Hey everyone, welcome to Careers Out There. I'm your host Mark Luber, and we're helping you find a career that fits you. Today we're looking at careers in chemical engineering, and our guest is Joe Sullivan. He's a chemical engineer in the pharmaceutical industry with over 10 years of experience. He's joining us from the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, and I'm happy to have him here today. Joe, welcome to Careers Out There.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm really glad I can help contribute to this project.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really glad you're doing it. And you know, Joe, I've got to tell you, I know so little about engineering, so little. And so I'd really love if you could tell us, what is a chemical engineer?
Sure. I think, like you mentioned the other day, you said like engineering is not well known in general in society, but chemical engineering especially affect a number of things that you would use or apply in your own life. So chemical engineers take the science of chemistry and they take that science and apply it to do a number of things. For instance, they may create entirely new chemicals that were never known before that have desirable properties. They may take chemicals apart to better understand them so they can use those in certain devices or applications, right? They may take something such as crude oil and separate the crude oil so that some of it can go to petroleum jelly and some of it can go to form gasoline. And so chemical engineers, they are experts at discovering and understanding the properties of chemicals and using them for the advantage of creating something new or building something more efficiently. Chemical engineers will work in two realms in our industry. One will be like research and development or design, and this would be where they're understanding the chemicals better or how they behave in the real world, and or creating entire processes by which to make the chemicals or to separate them, as I mentioned. The other route is to actually work in the process side of chemical engineering, which is actually out in the field with chemical operators, actually making the product from day to day, dealing with issues such as impurities forming, dealing with issues such as how do I mix these two solids together so they're well mixed, because anyone that maybe you've ever taken coffee and sugar and mixed instant coffee and sugar together, they're very difficult to get to mix together. They want to separate, or like the reason all the raisins float to the top of your cereal box and all the flakes go to the bottom has a lot to do with engineering. Chemical engineers have to deal with those types of issues when we try to make other products, especially when you get to a large scale. So chemical engineers really bridge the gap between stuff that chemists do, which is discovery and finding new things out about chemicals. And chemical engineers then take that and bridge that across to this other group of people who say, oh, here's all these products we like to make and we wish that you had these desirable properties. And chemical engineers say, oh, I know how to bridge that gap and make those two things happen for you guys.
That's really cool stuff. Very eye-opening. So tell us this, for the people who are watching, who should go down this kind of a path? Who would be a good fit for chemical engineering?
I think anyone that is interested in math or science, every day I'm applying some sort of mathematics. On the process side, you're going to do a lot more statistics, and on the design and research side, you might be using some more advanced techniques. As far as science background, I think pretty much anyone with general high school science, they've taken a little some extra science classes here and there if they find they have an interest in science. Engineering might be a good field to go into. Like I said, especially if they're interested in the application of that science. Like there tends to be two people. Some people are interested in just the raw discovery of knowledge. And then there's some people that are interested in taking that knowledge and making stuff. So if you're interested in taking that knowledge and making stuff, you'd be a great chemical engineer, a great fit. And in general, the other thing you want in any science or engineering discipline is you want to have a strong curiosity for how things work and for the world in general, how to make things, engineers especially, how can I make this better? Or how can I make this with less materials or resources? These are things engineers ponder every day. This is where our curiosity lies.
Yeah, no, this is an exciting path. You guys, if you're interested in math and science and you're a curious type of a person, this could really be a good career for you. This is really cool. Joe, thanks again for joining us today.
No, thank you for having me. I'm really glad I got an opportunity to be here today.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great. Thanks again, you guys, for watching. You can watch a full episode of Joe and I talking more in depth about chemical engineering careers at careersoutthere.com. So thanks again for watching. I'm Mark Luber, and look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care.